Well, your health is being impacted by Hurricane Helene's damage. In a matter of 5 days, UVM Health Network went from conserving IV supplies to actually putting off some procedures. ABC 22's Matt Holderman now joins us live outside the Burlington Hospital. Matt, this really underscores just how vital that North Carolina facility is.
Yeah, Lauren, it absolutely does. UVM Health Network leaders, as you mentioned just 5 days ago, were saying that their hospitals were being impacted by the shortage and that they were reevaluating their supply day by day. And they now say they are running short on IV fluids for certain procedures. So they are rescheduling some appointments that were scheduled for this Friday, October 25th, between then and next Friday, November 1st. And that is to conserve IVs for emergency situations. Now, to give some more background, as you mentioned, this is all a cause of Hurricane Helene. This IV shortage happened because the healthcare plant in North Carolina that's responsible for making 60% of the country's IV fluids was damaged in the storm. It's now started to resume production, but it is estimated they won't be back to normal operating levels potentially until next year. That's put hospitals in almost every state in a tough position, and leaders with the UVM Health Network have been telling all caregivers to conserve IVs and even use alternatives for a couple weeks now. Today, I spoke with Dr. Stephen Leffler, president of the UVM Medical Center, and he says that while hospital staff have done a great job at saving supplies, it unfortunately hasn't been enough.
For some particular kinds of operating room cases where we use large amounts of fluids for irrigation, for washing wounds or possibly irrigating out something in the operating room, we're starting to run short on those fluids. So it's been a difficult decision, but we are going to slow some scheduled or elective care down to conserve some fluids for emergencies until we see supply returning to normal.
Now, Health Network leaders will be reaching out directly to anyone who has procedures to let them know if they have to be delayed. That doesn't mean that all appointments will be pushed back, though. I want to stress that. So you should still show up for your appointment if you don't get a call or email. And again, this situation is being reevaluated by Health Network leaders literally on a day-to-day basis at this point. So there could be further delays in the coming weeks if that supply is still running short, which it likely will be. We'll be sure to give you updates if there are more delays. Lauren?
And Matt, this IV fluid shortage, not the only news coming out of the medical center tonight. You also heard from Dr. Leffler about the legal action the hospital is taking against the Green Mountain Care Board, and we did touch on this last night too.
I did, Lauren. That's right. As we covered yesterday, medical center leaders argue that the board is penalizing them for going over their fiscal year 2023 budget. But I also spoke with the chief of the board today, and he says that's not the case. It's not really a penalty situation here. Essentially, what happened is the medical center underestimated the number of patients they would need to care for in fiscal year 23. That resulted in them accruing more than $80 million in extra revenue and expenses, and the care board wants them to pay that back now over the next 2 fiscal years. But medical center leaders say it's not possible for them to pay back that much money in that short a time without making significant cuts to patient care. So they are asking the board to hold off on that action and allow them a hearing to further explain their side of the story.
Taking that $80 million away, it's like closing the hospital for 17 days. Allowing a hearing to happen would allow more dialogue and conversation and understanding around what happened in 23 and how we can do better going forward together.
UVM has a statutory obligation to comply with its budget order. It is not a penalty when you're required to then do so. If they choose to cut services, that's their decision. They have some of the highest commercial prices, at least in outpatient, in the country.
And the effects of this battle already started to show themselves 2 weeks ago. UVMMC leaders announced they are delaying construction on their new outpatient surgical center. It is not clear if construction would resume should they come to a compromise with the care board. Now, again, as of this afternoon, the two sides have not yet set a date for a potential hearing. Foster says the ball is in UVM's court when it comes to that. And as you heard there, Dr. Leffler, he is certainly interested in that hearing. We'll keep you up to date if anything changes. But for now, reporting live at the medical center, Matt Holderman, ABC 22 News.